Hi, I'm Megan Hofer. I will be the evaluator.
I'm Pam Myers. I'm a teacher.
So what I would like to do today is to go over your individual development plan and to see how that's going. And I also wanted to look at your plan to see if there's anything that you wanted to change, looking at the restructuring of our program next year. If there's anything that you want to make some slight changes, or if you think that things will just keep on going like it is. So let's go over your current goal.
For next year, I'll be teaching reading and language arts, and I try to focus on the kids for course comprehension and fluency, but also working on applying grammar skills. And so the thing I'm going to change next year, I want to start out with like a daily oral language on the board. Before, we've always kind of just done it by week. We do it once a week, but the kids really enjoyed it. And so I thought about having a sentence on the board for when the kids first come into the room that they will write on their paper and try to figure out where the punctuation and grammar needs to be corrected, go over that, and then lead into the lesson.
That sounds great. Did you use Marzano when you were kind of looking at that?
I kind of look at the Marzano stuff because I think it helps you become more of a reflective teacher by doing that, and kind of seeing, it really kind of depends though on the group of students that you have, and trying to set more of a growth mindset also.
Okay.
But I want them to the students, and like Marzano was talking about, taking ownership and having the kids take more ownership in their work. And I think by doing some of that, story starters and the sentence structures and stuff like that, putting it on the board and then, getting them right into it, into the groove right away.
Okay, great. So I think the Marzano framework training that you're going to do over the summer will lend perfectly with that, as well as the climate and the culture training that you'll be going into, and getting that culture into your classroom would be a great start for our new structure next year.
I really think it helps you become more clear and focused.
Okay, great. Yeah.
And you're talking about like the climate. Usually if you have the kids take ownership into what they're doing and into the classroom, it helps cut down on behaviors.
Yes, yes. Okay, so what are your concerns with your goal, or do you have any?
Not at this time. I think more after you kind of get into it and see how the kids do, that's when you can restructure.
Okay. What are you excited about with the new structure for next year?
Well, I think maybe helping me apply some new strategies and stuff. We'll have new kids each class period. I worry about behaviors and stuff, but at the same time, I think it's going to help foster more innovative learning, because you're going to be teaching the same subject, and you will become more clear and focused with the subject that you're teaching. You will become the master of that.
Yeah, and some of the strengths that we had discussed previously were that standard one, and accepts and demonstrates responsibility for creating a classroom culture. All of that is still well within your strengths, and I think that'll be awesome for you. So why did you choose to enhance your growth in this area?
Because it kind of helps me elaborate new information, gives me a lot more opportunities, I guess. I've said it before, helps make you more focused.
Okay. So how will this assist you in your professional development?
I think it will help me be more reflective of my own teaching. And if I'm keeping the kids more engaged, give me more ideas to use in the classroom.
Okay. What student learning will this plan address?
I think it really could apply to almost all of the standards.
Yes.
I mean, in one way or another, you could apply it to all of the standards, and you could bring in a lot of the Marzano training and, apply that also.
Okay. And how does this plan relate to building or district achievement goals?
It will, because it'll meet the professional development standards that, are set there.
Yes.
The curriculum and
Definitely.
goals.
So what are some tools you plan to use next year to support your goal?
What do you mean?
So maybe some things out of the Marzano framework. It's really big in the classroom these days that we have our learning targets on the board, that kind of
Yes.
stuff. What tools?
I've always had my learning targets posted. We go over the goals and the targets each day as what applies to the lesson, and then also as a whole, what the end result is gonna be. We talk about what a level 1 is, level 2, level 3, level 4, and I always try to push, try your very best. We do have some lower level learners, but we still try to say, oh, we can do this or we can do that. I do a lot of positive reinforcement in the classroom. And like I said before, kind of try to make the kids take ownership in what they're doing.
Okay. How does this plan, oh, we've already gone over that. Okay. So kind of what I hear you saying is that you're going to really be more of a reflective teacher come next year.
Yes.
And using that Marzano framework in order for that to meet your goals
Yes.
and progressing forward. What does your timeline look like in moving forward? Like, what are the steps that you're going to take? Maybe some of those beginning steps.
I just kind of first want to kind of get in there, see what the kids are like, first of all. I think setting up your classroom and getting to know the kids and trying to build a rapport with them is the very first thing that you always have to do. If you don't have a good climate or a good rapport with the kids, you've kind of lost it.
Yeah.
And so each year I try to do that first and then go from there. That's definitely my first step.
Yeah, and like I said, those summer courses that you will be taking will definitely lend itself to that. And then also when we meet as a group on those Wednesdays for to go over
PLCs.
social skills and stuff like that, and have the building more on a structured, whole group, targeted behavior plan rather than individualized. I think that will all be great stuff. So
I think
thank
so
you
too.
so
Thank
much.
you.
It sounds like you're headed in the right direction.
Thank you.
Uh-huh.